Hello everybody. I'm doing a slightly longer shop shoot today, but this one's on a pretty simple item, just a little bit of history, and I want to do the modification that I did to it also because this relates to my passenger comfort. Now, my wife rides with me and we shoot wildlife photography together. I use the GoPro, she uses her Nikon DLSR. So she needed important features to be able to lean herself on and make herself a little bit more friendly to navigation, especially or foot photography, especially when navigating on the trike. So first off, I got the ISCI armrests. They're available at isciride.com, around about $550. Your ultimate seat makes her pillion ultimately comfortable, so she's comfortable while shooting. But today, I'm concentrating on a little bit cheaper item that is specifically for the RSGS, might relate to the F3. It could be a usable part there too, so you need to check it out. I just don't know how the F3 structures their passenger peg triad like this. Now, in a little bit more what I'm talking about. If you notice, the pegs for the passenger used to go here. And this was just this off thing that was sitting here by itself. We could use it for whatever. It's mostly a blank spot. And the passenger pegs were right here. Well, we ride with boots. Sherry and I are a little larger people, and honestly, with the stock ST bags that came with my RS-S, her feet were never comfortable there. And secondly, if you ride in that sport tuck position in the rider footrest area, you know what I'm talking about. Your poor passengers, and you got to remember the RS-S is wide, so your knees tilt in anyway, and then you got this weird stuff going on and angling your feet back. It can be quite torturous in the foot position for the rider. So BRP made an extension kit. Can Am did. And what it does is basically attaches to where your peg is. It bolts in here and it's held in by another bolt beneath with just a simple little clip on it, just like the peg design. And then of course the idea is you transfer the peg down here. A lot of people prefer the peg down here because this starts to cramp the room of the rider. So if the rider is still riding on his foot pegs, you can see how the extension can start to cramp the foot. So they work in coordination, and it's important to discuss that. You got to remember, if you're going to extend your passenger foot peg on the RS-S, you need to make sure you're taking care of yourself first. Now, on here, like I said, they wanted to have us use, the kit tells you to just transfer, and I apologize for my dirt. I got to get to the spring bath. But to use the stock peg, and that's what it's designed to do. So you can either transfer that over with the little ball and spring and the clips and so on and so forth. Kurakyn makes an adapter for the Can Am passenger foot peg, allegedly. It doesn't fit well. If you use it, here's what happens with the Kurakyn. And I'm doing this because this broke down and I lost the device that's helping me on the wife's side. The Kurakyn slides forward in this extension bracket. So as you put weight on it, it does this. Now you notice right there, there's a little weight. I got to go down to the tire shop and get this tire weight back on. I'm going to try it again today, but I insert the tire weight into here and hold it for now, and then just have my wife put her weight on it. But once I get that new tire weight in there, her Kurakyn Spear pegs will be even and level. And if you don't use that brake weight with the adapter that you can see it on this side too. There's that weight that's stuck down there in between the wedge of the Spear floorboard. Because I'm sorry, the adapter that Kurakyn sells you does not work. I ordered that specifically for this model directly from Kurakyn directly. I know a kid that works there. He's one of my relatives. And this is the one that he assured me would fit with no sway. Well, it's still swayed. So I just used that brake weight to take it up. So now my wife's legs are extended farther forward. She has room away from the saddlebags. I get room to mount cameras, and she's very comfortable. And this not only moves the leg forward, she can spread the legs out. Pardon me. And add some comfort to the fact that she's been cramped up in that seat. So, and again, this is part of the ergonomics that you need to conduct if you want to consider, or, that I considered before doing lots of traveling on an RS-S. The RS-S is definitely set up as a sport bike, so you get the tuck pegs and the tuck positions and the standard pegs on its stock. This was one of the methods that was forwarded. Now, this extension on some websites shows it's still available, but buyer beware and shop carefully. Can Am OEM Parts.com, I think it's called, says they have it, and some other sources say they have it as well. What I like to do is go out to Google Shop, or out to Google, and go to the shopping link. And then I'll send the information for the part number along with as well. I am showing it is still available for around $289. It's gone up. I paid $220, but you know, inflation these days and so on and so forth. But again, this was a specific part for the RS-S, but I don't know, and I'll know by the time I publish it, trust me, whether or not it'll fit the F3. But for your RS-S riders, this is one of the critical parts of making a convertible of your bikes. And if you want to do things like have your passenger be just a little bit more comfortable and safe, my wife was in a terrible motorcycle accident, so she wants the security to have something at her side. And then I also, when very long tours, I have that receptor on my seat as well, and over there in my dog box you can see my waiting backrest. So this forms a pillion around, or a barrier around my passenger. And my young passengers and my wife are extremely comfortable and extremely safe in there and feel very, very, very comfortable on the ride. That's all I got today for the added notes on the footing and the BRP extended, or rear foot peg extension kit. Thank you very much. Have a pleasant day.